Clyde here, live from the Leechburg Lights yard. It's getting a little bit late, but not too late to do a quick test with the new Falcon F16V2. Here's the mega tree running with string port settings set up for 10 universes using 100 pixels, 300 channels per string, and it goes something like this. I really hate to use the camera to point out everything to you on my laptop, but unfortunately I don't have recording software saved on my laptop that's out here in the shop just yet, but we're getting there. What I wanted to do is I want to go over this simple and easy setup that made the sequence that I ran here in Light O Rama possible. First of all, I guess I want to go up here and I want to show you exactly how I set up the 10 universes for Light O Rama. And what I have here is I have DMX 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. And if I open these groups up, you can see these are all RGB channels. We have 100 channels per universe. And this may not be ideal for doing a mega tree setup, but it does exemplify the point that if you have, let's say, a display prop, we'll call it, I have a spiral pixel tree. It's 100 pixels, and and that's all I'm going to use on the universe is just 100 pixels. I'm not going to bother to jump off the end of that and go run something else that has 30 or 40 or 70 pixels. So what I'll do is I'll just not use those pixels. I'll just leave that universe half used, and I'll move on to the next one. The next one will say, and I know in my real setup for Christmas, I have universe 2 and 3 as my roof lines, my upper roof line and my lower roof line. Those only use 100 pixels, and I do the exact same thing with those as well. So what I can effectively do is I can set up my Light O Rama channel configuration via what string or what prop that is, what prop that I want to plug into it, assign the universe, and go ahead and enter the channels into the sequence editor here. And once it's entered in here, once I create my channel group for that one prop, and most of my props are under 100 pixels or around 100, maybe a little over 100, but so what this does for me is this allows me to quickly separate every individual prop in my setup. So if you think about it in that respect, it'll be very easy for me to go and set up my one controller, my single controller, my F16V2. Currently I only have 16 ports set up for it. However, whenever I get the expansion board, I'll be able to have 32 ports, and I'll be able to run all of my pixels off of both of those boards. Every single item in the display can be run just from one controller without having to do multiple controller setups in multiple locations, or having to worry about voltage drop, or well, I might have to worry about that, but in any event, the nice thing is I just come in here and I go to my universe start channel into the string port setting, and I leave it set or change the setting to universe/start channel. And what I do is I use my LOR configuration, knowing that universe 1 is going to be my universe for my spiral pixel tree. It's going to be 100 pixels. I'll give it a start channel of 1, and then the controller figures out my end channel for me. I don't have to worry about that. And then obviously I have the opportunity here to change the color order of the pixels, or how the data is being sent out to the pixel strings. Universe number 2 for me is my upper roof line. I just add in my 100 pixel count for that, and my my start channel for that, and then it calculates my total end channel. Third one obviously is my lower roof line, and then I can get into I can't remember what universe 4 and 5 are, but universe 6, 7, and 8 become my fire sticks and my arches, and they're kind of grouped, but it would be easier to have their own output. So in the future, I can go ahead and set up my 7 different props for my arches and my fire sticks, and it will be very easy to go in here and change these from 100 to, you know, per each string. The nice part is the Falcon V2 is very simple to configure. Yes, you still have to be very specific about what you want. On the E131 configuration page, you do need to have your universes set up to match what your string ports are saying. So in Universe 1, I have to make sure that I have my correct start channel, and I have to make sure I have my correct size of pixels. So with that in mind, whenever I set the size, I make sure that I have 300 channels going into string port 1 here on the first string port. So this is 300 channels for 100 pixels, so we're good. You will get a little bit of goofiness if this universe setting does not match your string port configuration, but if you take your time and look at your setup, you will notice that there's not much else that you need to worry about other than making sure that this matches along with this, and it does so in a logical fashion. So other than that, I really like a lot of the updates. One of the great things about this is we have a temperature gauge in here, 75 degrees inside the box here, which is off to the left of the screen here. I've got the Falcon in the box, and also the nice thing, it reads the voltage that's running right out of my power supplies right now. I've got 2 power supplies set up. And then obviously you can see the packets of data that LOR right now is currently sending out. So my hat's off to David Pitts. He did a fantastic job. He's going to make my setup, if I choose to go with LOR this year, a very easy one. And I really wanted to get this video out, guys, because I know that right now there are great things going on at LOR. And you know, if you're updating your software, this is definitely a very viable, awesome controller that, believe me, whenever you have 32 outputs and data travels pretty good and far, we've seen up to 75 feet and further with other people testing, I'm pretty sure that this controller is going to be one of the next major contenders over the next few years. So I wanted to share with you guys my positive experience. Once again, thanks to Dave. And guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really do appreciate it. So if you have any questions or you want to get in touch with me, www.leechburglights.com. Facebook.com/LeechburgLights, or you can always email me at leechburglights@gmail.com. Hey guys, thanks a lot, take care, and it's great having you here.